Alright, so we had a bit of a mystery in the last video, where we were talking about the Damascus music video. We were trying to figure out what this clay doll or clay pendant was hanging from 2D's waist. Well, YouTuber Basil Coyote posted this. Okay, I did a bit of searching, and I think the dolls on 2D are most likely wooden versions of a primitive folk art doll. I'm not entirely sure, but the dolls 2D has have the same kind of pose and nose as a lot of the other primitive folk art dolls. People can design their dolls however they want, so it's kind of hard to tell whether or not my theory is correct. Well, I looked at some primitive folk art, and while it was similar, it didn't quite match. So I cut out the dolls using Photoshop and sent it into Google Lens to see if I could find a match. And there were actually a couple. And it suggested that it was a Dogu, which is a small humanoid or animal figurine made during the Jaimon period, a prehistoric Japan, which were made to capture the likeness of those that passed, to honor them. And it suggested that this specific figurine, with its distinctive large goggle-like eyes, is known as a Shako King Dogu, which literally means light-blocking device. Another reference to sunglasses, isn't that strange? It refers to its resemblance to traditional Inuit snow goggles. This is almost an exact match for the sunglasses that we keep seeing Russell wear, though his is a little bit more modern. But then I searched it as a pendant, and it found these pendants of Ishtar, which again have a lot of similarities. The necklace, the eye placement, the body shape, but it still wasn't quite there. So I continued looking, and after cutting off the top of the head, making it flat, it actually found this match, which is very close. The chest has similar, yippies! The hands are kind of in a similar position, the eyes are very similar, and it has the necklace. And this one is a famous Klevic idol, made by the people of Dubovac Zuto during the Bronze Age culture, who inhabited parts of eastern Serbia between 1500 and 1000 BC. It was discovered in 1881 in a grave in the village of Plikovac. And again, this idol seemed to be an effigy, created as a token of remembrance for those that were lost. And again, this fits with the themes of the album that we know of so far. From the interview with Jamie and Damon, where they talked about the album being about loss and death and dealing with death, since they both lost someone close to them in real life. But I still wasn't done. So I continued searching, and I used I used AI to try to identify the image. And it found this. The AI said this image is a stylized, artistic representation of a famous prehistoric artifact known as the Red-Haired Goddess, or Krevenoska Baginja. And if you look at the two side by side, the pose is extremely similar, the design is extremely similar, the hands are doing the same thing, the head's doing the same thing, and it has voluptuous hips. Not quite as voluptuous as this statue, but it is very similar. The original is a Neolithic clay figurine, belonging to the Darkevo culture, dating back roughly 7,500 years, or 5,500 BC. It was discovered in 1989 at an archaeological site in Odzaki, Serbia. It is widely considered a fertility symbol, and is a pendant to bring good luck, plentiful crops, and fertility. While we still didn't get our answer 100%, I think we're very much closer. I think it is either a pendant of a goddess or a pendant to remember someone. What do y'all think? Let's talk about it in the comments. And if you find this exact image, please let me know, and we'll do a full video of whatever this actually is. Stay tuned for more Gorillaz analysis.